Hello, good morning, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Cora. I am a self-employed, I run a network of niche content websites, 28-year-old living in Charlotte, North Carolina with my husband and our sweet dog. And welcome to a weekend in my life, and a busy weekend in my life. We're gonna be productive, we're gonna get stuff done, but we're also gonna have some fun. It is a Saturday morning. My husband has already gotten to cleaning, and you might be able to hear him in the background. He is headed to town at the kitchen right now. I have a bunch of cleaning that I need to get done today. I need to put laundry away. I want to wash our bedding. I need to clean up my bathroom and closet. I went to the Kelsey Ballerini concert on Thursday night, and it's still a little bit of a disaster from that getting ready adventure. Just some general pickups. There's just like things need to go back into their homes. And that's about it. The nice thing about being in an apartment compared to the house that we were in before is that it takes like 1/10 of the time to clean up. And also on the docket for the weekend, I need to get groceries. And then a sweet friend of mine invited us to a concert where it's a bunch of local artists, and we're really excited. It's gonna be a fun time. One of her friends that I got to meet a few weeks ago is one of the artists performing, but yeah. And then whatever else we get into this weekend, it's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be productive. We're gonna get things done while still making sure to prioritize having some fun. We do need another set of king sheets, so if you have any recommendations for sheets that are both soft and relatively cooling, please let me know.
My phone won't stop. Boss is calling, man, I've had enough. Emails piling, stress too high. Need a break before I lose my mind. Clock is ticking, days feel the same. Gotta get it out, I need to escape. One way to
I am sure not a single soul was wondering about this outfit. This is my getting stuff done today outfit, but I am like going out and about, so I wanted it to be like 10% cute. So leggings are Vestique. They have like a fun like diagonal ribbed pattern on them. Socks are J. Crew. Sweater is Nasty Gal. I have a white like Hilton bra tank underneath it that I have no clue where it's from, but you know, we had to keep this somewhat athletic. Normal jewelry, all that. Garmin watch band, by the way, is from Amazon. I'm generally trying to shop a lot less from Amazon, so if you have recommendations from small businesses that make like specific sized watch bands, like this is like an 18mm, I believe is the size I have to get. I'll have to confirm that. But like I've only been able to find ones that make them specifically for Apple Watches, which is not the exact same size. So this video is just me asking for recommendations for things that I am so glad that I've documented this plant's journey, this sweet little Calitha, because a few vlogs ago you probably saw I had to chop off the dead leaf, which there was only 2 leaves up on here. Not sure if this guy was going to come back, but there was still enough color that I had faith. They did. They rebanded back perfectly. The leaves are feeling great. A little bit of browning on the tips, and that is it. But just looked over, and there's a new leaf. I had no faith that this plant would ever evolve past this, and I am so excited, and I'm so glad that you guys are coming with on the sweet Calitha's journey.
coffee stains on the counter. Life's a hazy blur. Late nights in the city, cat and clock both blur. She's dreaming.
Almost finished with this kombucha from Lenny Boy, which is a local brewery here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm not sure if you can get these in other states. I would hope so, but I don't know. But if you ever do get your hands on them, the strawberry limeade and then there's like a raspberry fizz flavor are my favorites, and they're delicious. I need to put laundry away now.
Get bags are packed, no looking back, I ain't coming back. I really need a vacation, somewhere far with no frustration. Sipping drinks on a sunny shore, feet in the sand, can't take no more. I really need a vacation, no more calls, no complications. Let the waves just wash away all the worries from my day. Palm trees swaying, ocean breeze. This is where I'm meant to be. No more dead
get done washing the bedding and I made the bed. Now I need to clean up the bathrooms.
Gotta get out, I need to escape. One-way ticket, bags are packed. No looking back, I ain't coming back. I really need a vacation. Somewhere far with no frustration.
It is 9:40 and it might be it for the night. I might head to bed after doing my skincare and stuff, and I'm worried that I'll lose vacuum. But I'm gonna read. I'm almost done with my current book, and it's a finished series, and I'm on to the third book out of 4. So I do want to get to that, and I want to have like a solid hour to read that. All right, so that is all for now, and I'll see you guys in the morning while we continue this busy, productive, and hopefully fun to watch, at least motivating weekend vlog.
Snippets of tomorrow in her one-night stands. Morning breaks the dawn, brings echoes of her tears.
Sitting in the car because there is not room at this grocery store for 2 people to stand in the self-checkout area. My husband is very adamant on self-checking out and he doesn't want to go to the person. And so I was like, well, I can't. Nowhere for me to stand that I wasn't blocking the way to somebody else trying to check out. And you can't have 2 people checking out there. So I'm sitting in the car. I'm going to get a little bit of work done while I wait for him. Now we're going to head back. I need to put away clothing laundry. And then I'm washing the bedding. And that is actively happening. Oh, this person is about to back in and they're just much more talented at driving than me.
Feels like our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher.
Good morning, it is Sunday. You can see my outfit hanging up over here for tomorrow. Not for tomorrow, for tonight. Today is Sunday, my goodness. To head to the gym, walked the dog, ate breakfast. I am frantically trying to finish my coffee so that I have the energy.
Empty chairs in silence whispered in her ear.
After the gym, we don't have anything set in stone until like 6 o'clock-ish, maybe a little before that. When we need to head, we are going to dinner and then a local concert with some friends. And it is going to be a beautiful week for the most part here in Charlotte. So I also need to text my mom and see if Wednesday would work for me to go work from there / bring Stella and work from their patio. If I close the door and don't let Stella into the bathroom with me, this is what she does. She sits right outside the door, pouting until they come give her love. All right, guys, it is 3:30. Tell us that squeak. It's 3:30. I have not updated you guys in a while. We did not end up going to the gym, but we walked to the gym. And then when we got there, we realized that it wasn't open yet. So we're done the trad desk, got this video that you're currently watching edited up until this point. And now it is time to take the Stella girl on her afternoon walk. I think I'm just gonna wear the sweatshirt. They were gross. Yeah. I tried a new like healthy like gummy candy and it was not good. I've had other ones from that brand that were pretty good, but that flavor was. Back from our walk, right, Stella? Now I am going to hop in the shower and then I'm gonna get ready and I'll take you guys along with that process again as usual. I feel like we should have a chat during it, but I'm not sure about what. Let me brainstorm it in the shower.
She chases down the daylight like a desperate thief. Coffee in her.
By the way, I hope you can hear me perfectly fine over the shower, but this sweatshirt is from Emily Page Co., which is a local business in, I guess it was local to me, but it's still a local business
in Columbus, Ohio. I got this at the Dublin Farmers Market. It says dogs, coffee, plants, which if you know me or if you've watched literally any of these videos, you will understand that is me. And it's really cute, and I know that she sells at least some of the designs on her website, I think it's Emily Page Co.
Very clearly out of the shower, and you are resting on my Lazy Susan that I have for some of the skin and hair products. So I'm hoping you don't get too wobbly. I need to get a tripod that fits this camera because I have tripods for my phone, but none that fit this camera. I have realized from starting to vlog that I make the most absurd faces specifically when spraying anything near my head. It's not that serious. Putting some of the scalp treatment in on my scalp because my scalp has just been, she's been mad. After a montage of me blowing up my hair and drying it.
Young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
Hair is about 50% dry, so we're taking a montage break. And we're gonna put this Odell texturizing spray in my hair. Anyone else whose hair would generally be described as lifeless, get a texture. Back to the process.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
Now we're to like 90%, so we're gonna go in and add a little bit more of the texturizing spray, emphasis on the root area. And we're actually gonna let that soak in for like a minute, and then I'm gonna do some basic skincare while I'm waiting. And more like maintenance to get my skin ready. We're just gonna tone. I washed it in the shower. I say obviously, I guess it's not obvious, but I did wash it in the shower. My skin is not happy right now. You can probably see it. I'm gonna do a little bit of moisturizer on some of these dry areas too. I don't think it's fair that I get acne from the oily parts of my face and then other parts of my face are so dry that they hurt. Somebody needs to do something about that. That shouldn't be loud. I don't want to wear a full layer, like a full coverage foundation. So in a couple of these problem areas, just use this. It's L'Oreal True Match Corrector, I don't know, there's some kind of acid in it too to like help the acne spots. I don't know if that does anything, but I do like that it's blendable and it's not obnoxiously heavy and like. All right, while the concealer settles onto my face, I'm gonna finish blow drying it now that the texture spray is like fully sucked up into there.
From the sky, just two hearts running wild.
And while there's still a semblance of volume up top, I'm gonna use the Kristen S Working Texture Loose Styling Powder. It just keeps a little bit of that volume. Start with this tinted moisturizer. The door so I don't get distracted because we're gonna have a little bit of girl talk while we get ready about making friends as an adult. This is something that I am speaking on as somebody who is constantly going down, or is continuously going down this path and this journey. I had a wonderful group of friends all through like elementary into high school. And then when I got to college, after a rough first roommate experience, that's a story for another time. In college, the dorm room that I got moved into, I met what is still one of my best friends to this day. And then even after graduation, at first, like I worked in a career path where I was working with a lot of people that were the same age as me, which is awesome. And I was making friends and it wasn't really that hard. And then the global pandemic hit. And I started working for myself and my career launched, and it's been the most amazing thing in the world, but it also has resulted in me not just being around people my age for the first time in my life. Now, I'm 28 years old, living in an entirely different city from where I even knew where that originally was. And I do know a few people here. I'm very thankful for that. But I am a relatively social person and I would like to have more friends. And my husband is the extrovert of all extroverts, okay? And he needs to make friends. And more often than not, we like our friends' spouses. So a lot of that just goes hand in hand. Spouses, partners, whatever. We do also have single friends and would never discriminate against that. I digress.
Meeting people is getting increasingly challenging and strange. I think that the internet has a lot to do with that too, because we do communicate so often through technology. And while I find relationships through the internet to be incredibly valuable, I also know that the majority of us do need to also maintain friendships in real life and have those connections as well. Like, I think that that's just an essential part of being like a healthy, balanced human being in our society. And now we're going to talk about things that I've done since moving here to start making friends as an adult. Number one is say yes to everything. And I don't mean that in the sense of like overworking yourself. I mean, if somebody invites you to something, even if it's not like maybe your normal cup of tea or like, oh, I have to work the next morning, it's okay. You're going to survive. Go with them. Have a good time, say yes to more things. When you're trying to find your people, you don't know where you're gonna find your people. You don't know how you're gonna find them. And if you're not exposing yourself to situations to meet people, then you're never gonna make new friends. Number two, don't be afraid to ask first. I am someone who used to be super comfortable with that. It never bothered me. And then honestly, I had a really bad social interaction with a group of people and that were like acquaintances. That were really gatekeepy about friends, and it really threw me through a loop, and I lost a lot of confidence in like how much people want to make friends. But I have reconfirmed that confidence, and if you're ever struggling with it, let me be the one to tell you, everyone wants more friends. Everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone wants these interactions and these connections. You are not alone. Other people want this, and if you reach out, they're gonna be ecstatic. And if they're not, which could occasionally happen, then they're maybe just not the right person for you, or they're not in a time in their life where they're the right person for you to be friends with, and that's okay. Somebody is like being busy one time does not mean that they don't like you. You don't know everything that's going on in somebody's life. Ask again and ask again. I usually have a 3 ask policy, and if you can't figure out a time to hang out after 3 different attempts of planning it, like 3 different entire things, or you flaked on 3 things in a row, then I do place that friendship kind of into storage until we are more aligned. Back to the moral of this point. Send the DM. It's not weird. You know, a girl that fits your vibe and she's making TikToks in your city, especially, you know, maybe not the biggest cities, basically outside of like New York or LA. And you're like, oh my God, like we do the same crafts, we would be besties. Send her a DM and say, hey, insert name. I've followed you for a while. I'm local to city as well, and I am obsessed with your content. We are both obsessed with crocheting tiny animals. That's the thing people like, right? You want to meet up, bring your kits at insert XYZ brewery and hang out. If I got that DM, I would be ecstatic. Obviously, as an internet big sister, I do have to remind you to be abundantly safe. Meet in a public spot. If you're meeting somebody you've met through the internet for the first time, even if they're a cute little TikTok girly, like, I'm gonna be honest, maybe a little less so in that situation because you probably have a fair amount of evidence that they're not catfishing you. But be safe. Number 3 is join groups where the entire point is to meet people, or Bumble BFF. Haven't tried it yet myself. I'll let you know. Honestly, that's something I'd probably do a whole video on if I try it and it actually like leads to me building friendships. But it's not weird. People want to be your friend, but there's also people that are not gonna like you, and that's okay. Those aren't your people. Missed connections are still better than no connections at all. That's okay. Go to the events. If you're like, Cora, where do I find these groups or events? Number 1, Meetup, the website. There's people that take it so seriously. They are so talented at organizing things for that. It is awesome. Go check it out. There's ones for every, like, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, and when I was in Columbus, there was a little bit less event groups and stuff, but still plenty. So go look that up. Book clubs, board game meetups, every type of, like, there's like restaurant trying ones, coffee shop trying ones. There's so much. And if there's not, always start your own. We'll talk about that in a second. So after meetup.com, next is Instagram and Instagram groups. Specifically, start by searching for Your City Girls Who Walk. This is like one of the coolest organizations. There's like ambassadors at each city. I think that it's in like way more cities than not in the United States now. You meet up and you go for walks, and they host like other events and stuff too. Like we went to one at Pins, with like a game bar thing, Columbus. Met a bunch of other couples, really fun. There's also like insert city name, social club, and there's some where you have to pay like an annual membership, which I understand because like hosting these things is expensive, but there's plenty that don't. So depending on your budget, like don't worry about that. And third, Facebook. I don't I don't personally use Facebook for anything other than events, but if you search through events in your area, you'll see things. And a lot of times it's like local breweries or wineries or things like that. If the events are happening there, so they'll post the event. And a lot of times it is like meetups or other kind of like clubs and things like that that anyone can join. And if you are in a community where it is too small and you don't have these things yet, be the inspiration you want to see. Start the groups. If no one joins, no one joins. But guess what? If no one starts it, no one's going to be able to find it. And the chance that there is some sweet girl a town over from you that you've never met, which like I grew up in a town of 1,400 people, but I knew everyone in my town, but I did not know everyone in every single surrounding town, okay? Maybe there is somebody that if you start it and you put it on, put it on all the platforms, put it on Meetup, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram. Okay, so let's recap. You're gonna start saying yes to things. You're not gonna think that people don't wanna be friends with you because they do, and if they don't, that's their problem, okay? That's their problem. You're gonna join groups. You're gonna go to things. You're gonna get out of your comfort zone this year, and we are gonna make friends again because I am tired of this in our communities, okay? I am sick of women not having ways to connect, and we're gonna be the generation that brings it back, okay? We are gonna get out there, we're gonna start groups, we're gonna start clubs, we're gonna join things, we're going to support our fellow women. We're gonna support our fellow women. We're gonna have those connections again, okay? Striving, I'm hoping, I'm dreaming maybe a little bit, but if you want ideas for a club, I did release an article. I know I already shared it on here at one point, but on Corshare.com, I did make an entire list, because as you can tell, guys, I'm passionate about this, of club ideas that you can start as an adult to meet friends for like all these different types of interests. I will link that below if you're looking for a little inspo. But I'm not gonna list those all out right now. Honestly, that might just need to be its own video too. Take a shot every time I say, oh, that should just be its own video. Actually, don't do that and you'll probably die. I cannot, once again, have an emotional breakdown because I don't like my outfit right before we have to leave because I took too long to get ready. Okay, I can't do that to my sweet angelic husband again. Practically running out the door at the moment, getting a clear bag ready. Venue has a clear bag policy. It's from Impressions Boutique if you are also in the market for a clear bag. Are you ready, honey? We gotta go. Gonna?
Yeah.
You do?
Building castles from a dream. Times of thee for so